Shalom to elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rekakadosh, and giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the elect, the chosen 144,000 prophets, which are the heeds or the heads, whom the Lord has bestowed his truth upon, to preach to the rest of the remnant of believers of the Israelites who will come back to repentance to the Lord, being deeply sorrowful for their sins they commit, seeking Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Yahweh being the Most High, his true name in Paleo Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai being his only begotten Son. Yahweh is the Most High, Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son, two separate entities, in which Hebrew Israelites, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, are to believe in and call upon the names of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai for salvation. Shem Yahmapha is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables camp, coming with a short lesson. This lesson is just covering just some of the daily events that would lead up to the second coming of the Lord, that is, pardon me, Yahweh Shai. You have it here, I believe as of recently, and we had the strike with the longshoremen, and it actually ceased. I think as of ours was suspended, pardon me, which we'll get some news how is out on that, and I'll just pull it up on Google. So you have it here. Port strikes end with deal on wages, averting economic disaster. And you have it here. This is off of. This is updated March the 4th, or October the 4th, 2024. Hopefully you're a jig of trouble. You have it here, a strike by tens of thousands of dock workers on the East and Gulf Coast that could have seriously hurt the U.S. economy had it continued has been called off. All workers were called back to work Thursday after a 3-day strike following a tentative meaning not certain agreement on wages between the International Longshore Association, or ILA, and the United States Maritime Alliance, representing ocean carriers and port operators. The two sides have agreed to a 62% wage increase over the 6 years, according to the sources who are familiar with the deal but are not authorized to speak publicly about it. The union has been seeking a 77% increase over 6 years. A day before the strike began, the companies had offered nearly 50% in wage raises. The parties have also agreed to extend the existing contract until January the 15th, 2025. Which that's not that far away anyway. They will return to the bargaining table to negotiate all other outstanding issues, including the union demands of a ban on all automation of the ports. And you had the White House that was working behind the scenes apparently, but that's basically it right there. So, this is one of the many protests that was occurring here in Babylon, the Great America. All right, that could have potentially led to just more and more destruction of the United States economy. Leading towards more inflation, inflation and hyperinflation, and these different things, happening are just telltale signs that this place is going to collapse. All right, so let me get maybe a quick precept on that. Also, you got the big hurricane that happened as well. Helene the south that damaged so much. So I'm gonna get Ezekiel chapter 28, I believe that is. And it says, this is Ezekiel chapter 28, in verse 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." We know Esau, his whole heart is deep. They seek out all things. And, talk about how the children of this world is wiser than the children of light, meaning the Israelites, and the children of light, this world dealing with E. E on the left hand, they have a portion that the Lord, obviously has, given onto him. And he's a left hand side fortune teller. He's a soothsayer. Okay? And they have their predictions, and they want their kingdom to continue forever. It says, "With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches." And their mind is arrogant because of the riches that they're getting. All of those different ships that are bringing in these different goods and such, and bringing merchandise into America. And this obviously help benefit all that's going on with these different nations. But Esau is lifted up, because Esau has control of the whole world, all the world's wealth anyway, and such. You have merchandise or trade, which is rekalah in Hebrew, from recall, meaning to go about, or traffic or trade, merchant. Okay, but merchandising is what they're doing. Okay, and the workers, they're fed up, and they don't want to lose their jobs, because that also is another prophecy. We know that with Esau, with his technology increasing, or his knowledge increasing, and the technology becoming more and more rapidly, available to be able to, do different tasks. There's really a lack of need for, these these longshoremen, as E is establishing this NWO, because really he want machines to do the work, and a very small remnant of people to do whatever work it is to do, as he trusts in his knowledge. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one scripture. I think it's in James, the 5th chapter, might be, or Job, actually, I'm thinking about. I'll get this one. This is the book of James chapter 5 and 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep in hell for your miseries that shall come upon you." All right, and for the elite, there's great miseries that's going to occur due to the straits that Esau and his kingdom is going to be put in. Okay, where all of a sudden all of the the work cease, and the people come, obviously, and protest against him to a level and a degree that it's beyond what he can handle. Okay, with normalcy going on, he can handle it, but he's gonna have to go with militarizing things, law, as we know. It says, "Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days." And his whole money system with the fiat currency, it's a witness against him, because as you can see, too, like, this money is not even backed by true wealth, which is gold, silver, and such. It's only backed by, them saying it's so it be true, and by the oil, that is transferred or traded in U.S. dollars with the world reserve currency. But it's all a falsehood. Okay, because we're seeing when things are shut down, what happened? People are begging to get back to work, and the amount of money, the stimulus that they place into this economy is making things more and more and more expensive, for the people. More money in circulation devalues the currency. Okay, it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud, crieth, and cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, dealing with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, with the Israelites. Okay, the Lord of the armies is Sabaoth. And like I say, Esau, he exploits the workers. He has them working for wages, like they working all day and all night. A lot of Jake is working on different jobs and stuff. And they did done wrong, and then at the same point they put in all this work, and then y'all just automate anyway. That'd be pathetic, for them. They'd be like, I worked all my whole life and I put all of this in, and my families depend on this career in which I have placed all my trust in, and then it's being basically lost. Okay. But yeah, you have it here. Amtrak Stadium concession workers strike. Now, I'm not sure if this are Aramark Stadium workers. So pardon me. It's in Philly over healthcare and living wage. Striking concession staff. And these are just the people that's doing they just get serving the food, which they sell the food extra high. You go to a game, for a bag of chips, they want $6, and for a drink, they want $9. A slice of pizza, $9. Who's getting all this money? Citizens Bank, the bank park,
Don't buy the merch and don't tip scabs. Aramark workers are on strike.
Power to the people.
Let's go, power to the people. Thank you. Solidarity.
Union.
Go Bills.
We didn't
Union is strong.
have to get to this, but we got to this because of Aramark. They're a big corporation that's greedy.
You see Jake? They got Jake right there. That's Jake right there. Big Shirley right there. They greedy. Look, we make them a lot of money. Exactly, and they don't care about it.
Them a lot of money, and they don't care about us.
We just ask the people to attend, eat before you come, or eat when you leave. Don't purchase food, don't purchase liquor, don't purchase merch.
This all Jake. So Jake is a brown Israelite. So-called niggas, Latinos, and Americans, and Israelite foreigners. They look like the heathen nations, but they actually Israelites. Okay, they work in these long hours and working and providing the food, part of the bread and circus that's provided for Babylon. All right.
Before you leave, if you feel like you need a jersey, go online and purchase it. We just asking people not to patronize Aramark, but please come down, enjoy the game, enjoy the fields, go Fighters.
I've worked for Aramark at the Wells Fargo Center for 24 years. I also work at Lincoln Financial Field, and I've been there for 4 years. Our contracts have all expired in all 3 buildings, so we're trying to consolidate the work. So 3 different buildings doing the same job, you get different pay rates now. We want it to be the same pay rate. So if you're a cook, you get
Same
the same
rate.
pay, the salary. We want the hours to count from all 3 buildings to qualify people for health care. Right now they keep the hours separate.
Yeah, they're trying to divide the building hours as if we're working for the buildings when we're working for Aramark. We got one check that's for Aramark. Even though we might have worked in all 3 buildings in a week, we still get one check from Aramark. But we're getting 3 different wages, so that's...
Yeah, that's confusion right there. So, you know, one big company, they just taking in all the bread. You working in various, you know, these different, okay, this is Lincoln Financial, this is Citizens Bank, this on my such and such, this is for this. But the when you work at a different, okay, well, this one is $10 an hour. This is one is over here, it's $15 an hour. Why is this 10 and 15 and we're doing the same thing, which is serving food? That's Esau. It's the same company I'm working for. Crazy.
That's the issue here.
We need this contract. Some people need health care. Some people need livable wages.
Yeah, then it's like healthcare. So, like I said, I have to look into them. I guess some people need that, but livable wages. You know, Jake's sick, but I don't really. Hey, I ain't gonna speak much on that.
And we're going to fight for that. And I want people to know their power. So that's why we're out here. We have to get our power back. Because guess what? We are the people that make their money. We are the people that create. We are the people that got these jobs. We are the people that work for these people that's not paying us. And we deserve what we deserve. So they need to give us a contract, or we're going to be out here forever. And we're going to be saying, down with Aramark. We need to boo for Aramark and get us our money. So we're out here with the people.
They're not trying to agree to our health care plan. They don't want to agree to
pay time off.
Like PTO. See, I understand.
They just want you to work.
It's a part-time in one building. But when you're in all 3 buildings,
working full-time, you need time off.
Full-time. We're getting full-time hours. Like we're working here.
Yeah, so like if some of them, they working part-time, but then they going across 3 buildings, I'm assuming. The hours would equate to full-time 40 hours, 37.5 hours, whatever, a week, or whatever. But since you're seeing it as you're only working for this company, X amount of money in this company, we don't have to provide you maybe healthcare in that situation. Yo.
Around. So it's like we're getting full-time hours, people that's in all 3 buildings, but they still trying to treat us as if we're part-time.
They claim that some of the workers, between our hourly rate and our tips, have had a 61% increase. But I noticed that they did not thank the Philadelphia fans for helping pay the salaries of their workers.
I'm just saying, guys, keep doing what you're doing. Stand up for what you believe in, and put your faith in God. Whatever name you call God, put your faith in God, and you'll get through.
This guy.
Keep standing up for what you believe in. We need more Americans to stand up for what they believe in, and stop thinking they don't make a difference. You do.
Yeah, well, the prophets are doing that, so I hope. We are making a difference. He right on that. The prophets are making a difference. But
they love it because they're working class people. They're just like us. They work hard for their money, and they patronize us with tips. And our managers and our bosses don't want to give us a raise. They depend on us to give us a raise. And if they raise the beer, guess what we won't get? We won't get another tip. Cause they don't have the money.
Yeah, people gonna go to the place. All right, the beer, one beer is $14. Like they be doing some crazy stuff in some of these different places. $20, $10. Coors Light. They done bought a bazillion Coors. They got a sponsorship with Coors Light or whomever it is, Budweiser and all that, and getting this stuff for super duper cheap anyway. And then the workers are there serving them. Obviously, people at these different places are in a jovial mood, and they more okay. It's just like a tourist attraction. I'll pay somebody a tip. They working hard. They feeling good here. But if somebody is paying this high amount, They don't have the expendable or disposable income just to throw to the workers. They might be miserable, like, man, I ain't giving them nothing, F them, you know. But these people actually living off of, getting these tips because their wage hours is not equating to what they're putting in, man, and it's crazy. And that's like, like I can speak the same, my type of job, what I'm doing and stuff. The amount of money that I'm generating for this damn entity is higher than they can even give. So why is my wage don't reflect that? And that's because they are the wicked. And the scriptures say to never trust thine enemy. So I'm gonna get this other precept. I'm gonna get in a second Esdras, the 9th chapter, and then we'll just close off right there. The Wadiyah Hashem Ashai for another lesson of the Spirit, to keep me prophesying. Because they trying to attack the page as well. Unicorn Riot, by the way, fair use warning. I'm not profiting off of any of your footage. This is for educational purposes only, and I like the content. All right, so this is second Esdras chapter 9, and it says here, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, which this is an upward, these protests are upwards of people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, pardon me, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. That's for all things. Heavy precept right there too. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful effects and endings and effects and signs. All right, so take note.
They're patronizing us because we're nice, because we're kind to them, because we give them the good service. But imagine if that goes up, what's going to happen? They can't afford it. So, they're happy for us, because it could be them one day. They're in jobs like this. Some people are in jobs like this that don't want to pay, so they empathize with us.
They don't get credit for any money that I get from tips. And besides that fact, there's a lot of workers that are not tipped workers. And we're here to support them so that their hourly workers get an increase. Because they're not getting tips, and we sit together.
Yeah, they don't see them. They not getting tips. They bitter. Like, yo, man, y'all getting tips over there, man. He made more money than me, so we need to get the hours up so then I'll be happy. Because people covet after one another what they get. That's how that goes. So it's like not fairness,
Life with people. The economy going up, everything is getting raised, and they're trying to give us sense. They're trying to give us sense. Their beers costing more than what people getting paid an hour. It's ridiculous though.
They keep saying they gave us a fair contract. I don't think a 10-cent raise is a fair contract.
Ridiculous.
So,
Niggas.
or health care for 1,400 hours, something we can't even beat. So, we just out here, and we're going to be out here. We're going to be out here loud and proud until we get what we want.
We love our jobs. We just think they need to respect us, and we need fair, equal wages. That's all we're asking for.
Heavy, man. So that's what it is. Shalom to the elect.